This morning, a French appeals court confirmed that Achraf Hakimi, one of the best footballers on the planet, the starting right-back for Morocco at this World Cup, the man who helped PSG win back-to-back Champions League titles, will stand trial for rape. The court's decision was released at 9:40 a.m. Paris time. Morocco's next World Cup match against Scotland kicks off tonight in Boston. He is still in the squad. He trained with the team yesterday. He will almost certainly play tonight. And FIFA has said nothing. Let's go through exactly what has happened, what Hakimi himself said, and what this means for a tournament that is becoming increasingly difficult to separate from the controversies surrounding it. Section 1. What the court decided today. The Versailles Court of Appeal in France confirmed this morning that Achraf Hakimi will face criminal trial on a charge of rape. This wasn't a new accusation. It wasn't a surprise development out of nowhere. But the timing made it land differently than any previous development in this case. Here is the background. In February 2023, a 24-year-old woman went to police in Val-de-Marne, southeast of Paris, and reported that Hakimi had raped her at his home. She told investigators she had met him on Instagram in January 2023. He had ordered her a taxi. She went to his home, and what happened there, in her account, was a crime. Hakimi was formally placed under preliminary charges and judicial supervision in March 2023. He denied everything from the start. His lawyers challenged the case at every stage. In February of this year, an investigating judge accepted the prosecution's recommendation and ruled that the case had sufficient grounds to go to trial. Hakimi appealed that decision. This morning, the Versailles Appeals Court rejected his appeal. The trial is confirmed. The criminal court will hear the case. Rachel Flor Pardo, the lawyer representing the woman who made the accusation, said after the ruling that her client felt relief that she has been heard by the justice system. She added something that went beyond the legal language and into the bigger picture. She said she hoped the trial would help other women and further weaken the fortress of denial and impunity surrounding sexual violence, including within the world of men's football. That phrase, the fortress of denial and impunity within men's football, landed today alongside the news that Hakimi is currently at the World Cup. Section 2. What Hakimi said. Hakimi posted his response on X within hours of the court's decision. And what he wrote is worth reading carefully because it tells you something important about how he is framing this moment and how the next few months are going to be fought. He wrote, "The justice looked me right in the eyes and said, if you weren't famous, there wouldn't be an affair. I chose to keep quiet for years. I thought that remaining dignified, being patient, and trusting in justice would allow for the correct decisions to be taken." He continued, "Today, a story that is not my own is being told at the expense of my family, my life, and, most of all, the truth. I sometimes get the feeling of having become an easy target. I have been awaiting this process from the very first day, and now I await it with impatience." Let's be precise about what that statement does and doesn't tell us. Hakimi is not admitting anything. He is not backing down from his denial. He is saying two things simultaneously. That he believes the case against him is driven by his fame rather than by evidence, and that he welcomes a trial because he believes it will clear him publicly. His lawyers have consistently maintained that the accusation rests on the word of a woman who, in their framing, refused medical examinations, refused DNA testing, refused to allow her phone to be examined, and refused to name a key witness. The woman's lawyer disputes that characterization entirely and says her client has been defamed by Hakimi's defense throughout the legal process. Both of those positions exist in public right now. Both will be tested in a criminal court. And in the meantime, the man at the center of it all is preparing to take the field at the World Cup tonight. Section 3. The timing and what FIFA is not saying. The Versailles Court released its decision hours before Morocco's Group C match against Scotland in Boston tonight. That is not a coincidence of scheduling. Criminal courts don't coordinate their rulings around football fixtures. But the collision of the two events, the legal confirmation of a rape trial and a World Cup match featuring the accused player on the same day, creates a situation that nobody in football governance has a clean answer for. FIFA has not commented on the Hakimi case today. The organization has not indicated whether it has any process for evaluating the eligibility of players who are facing confirmed criminal trials during tournament participation. It has not said whether it knew about the appeals court's timeline before today. It has not said whether it considers the matter one for the relevant football associations, rather than for FIFA itself. That last position, leaving it to individual associations, is probably where FIFA lands. It's where they landed with Thomas Partey, the Ghana midfielder who was denied entry to Canada because of rape charges pending in Britain, and missed his team's opening match. FIFA made no statement about Partey's situation. They made no statement about Ili Wahi's arrest on match-fixing suspicion. They are making no statement about Hakimi. The pattern is consistent. FIFA runs this tournament. FIFA sets the eligibility rules for participation. FIFA has a human rights policy that it publishes and promotes. And when specific, documented situations arise involving its own tournament participants, the organization's response is institutional silence. Section 4. What this means for tonight and beyond. Morocco plays Scotland tonight, in Foxborough, Massachusetts. It is a significant match for both teams. Morocco drew 1-1 with Brazil in their opener, which is a result that would have surprised many people before the tournament began. Scotland won their first match. This is, on purely football terms, one of the more interesting Group C fixtures. Hakimi is Morocco's most important player. He is their captain, their best defender, their primary source of creativity from the right side. If Morocco are going to reach the knockout stage, they almost certainly need him. If they are going to repeat or improve on their remarkable run to the semi-finals in 2022, the journey starts with performances like the one they'll need tonight. And tonight he will play, in all likelihood, hours after a French court confirmed his rape trial. While FIFA says nothing, and while thousands of people in the stadium and millions watching around the world form their own judgments about what that means, there is no clean resolution to this. The presumption of innocence is a legal principle and a genuine one. Hakimi has not been convicted of anything. He has denied the allegations from the start and continues to do so. A confirmed trial is not a verdict. Many people face trials and are acquitted. The legal process exists precisely to determine what actually happened, and it has not yet done that. But the broader question sitting underneath tonight's match is one that football has never had to answer clearly. What happens when a player at the World Cup is confirmed for criminal trial on serious charges during the tournament itself? Does FIFA have a responsibility to say something? Does the sport have a process for navigating this? Or does it continue as it has done with Wahi, with Partey, and now with Hakimi, letting the matches play out while the questions pile up unanswered? Tonight in Boston, Achraf Hakimi will walk onto the pitch at Gillette Stadium. The crowd will react however it reacts. The match will be played. Morocco and Scotland will compete with full intensity for points that matter enormously to both teams. And somewhere in all of that, a French criminal court is waiting to schedule a trial for the man playing right back. This is the 2026 World Cup. The football is extraordinary. The stories around it are unlike anything the tournament has produced before, and the institution running it has chosen, consistently and deliberately, to say as little as possible about all of it. What do you think? Should FIFA have a clear public policy on player participation when criminal trials are confirmed mid-tournament? And separately, whatever your view on the legal case, does tonight's match feel different to you knowing what was confirmed this morning? Leave it in the comments. We read every single one.